Okay, let's talk about tents. A lot of things to consider if you're deciding on going camping. Each one of these tents have a purpose except for one. There's one tent I bought because I thought it was cool. And that would be this one here. That is all camo. This particular tent weighs 10 pounds. It was made by an American company, Diamondback, I believe it's called. It's amazing. It's really cool looking. Now, I'll try and go down here if I can. This is the tent we took yesterday. Can you see that little bit of screen there? Well, we had a big storm yesterday. And that storm, we were basically in water for, I don't know, a quarter of an inch. It rained so much. The wind was like 70 miles an hour. And we were okay. We were dry in there. That's a 2.5-man tent. We had me, my 27-year-old son, and my dog, my German Shepherd, in there. German Shepherd slept at the end while we laid in. There was no room for anything else. We couldn't even put our packs in. But the vestibule you see there, which is what sticks out a little bit from the tent, is where you put your packs. Now the problem with this tent was, you can almost see the screen from here. When the rain hit, it would hit the ground, splash up into the screen, and it was literally spraying inside the tent a little bit. I was watching my dog slowly get wet, and I was like, wow, that's messed up. So putting that, and I did it like this on purpose, putting that fly on this particular tent, it has the clips and everything. You have to pull it down really tight. It's very important. And you really got to pay attention to that. Now, when you try to set this up, say in a rainstorm, you're not going to be paying that close of attention to it. This tent, I think it was $300 or $400. This is a 2-pound tent, and that's all it weighs is 2 pounds. And it's double walled. This is the tent I take when I go with me and my dog all the time. He does make another one made out of Cuban fiber, which is 1 pound, but it's about $600. Someday I may buy it, I don't know. The Marmot Limewire. This is a 3-man tent. This thing weighs about 7 pounds. It's actually lighter than the camouflage one. And I would say it's probably the best out of all the tents I have when it comes to rainstorm. Notice how low the fly goes. There's no rain getting in there at all. 2 big vestibules, 3-man tent. You put 2 guys in there comfortably with a dog. Your packs sit in the vestibules. It's amazing. Now, you can't take that for one guy, but if you got 2 guys, one guy can carry 7 pounds. Because after all, I'm carrying pots, pans, everything else. The other guy doesn't need to carry all that. So you can get a pretty nice tent. This is the tent I should have had in that rainstorm. Now, at the same time, you want to waterproof these. You know, that stuff you buy, you just spray on. Give it a couple coats inside and out on the fly. And you'll get a really, really nice waterproof tent. And this one came with everything, even the thing that goes underneath the tent to protect it. How about that big one? That's an 8-man tent. I bought that one for when me and the wife go camping. And I can put a queen-size mattress in there. I can put cots in there. I mean, I can load that up and make it so comfortable. It feels just like home. It's not super waterproof. Again, spray it down. And it'll take a good beating, but there's no way it would have took that rainstorm yesterday. Not in a million years. But for regular camping. Now, the nice thing about this is, let's say you put a cot and you start getting water in there. Well, you can stay on your cot and relax until the rain stops and wipe it up with a towel and then let it dry out and that type of thing. This is a screen tent. This just pops up. I think it was cheap, $100. So why buy this? You're not sleeping in it. That actually goes with that. So the screen tent, I set up a plastic table, put my Coleman stove on it, a couple of chairs, cooler, and basically becomes a kitchen or a place to sit or basically cook. You don't have to deal with flies, you don't have to deal with bugs, nothing. Now, a lot of people say when a storm comes, tie it down. I don't even tie this down. I really don't. I just pull the poles out, let it lay on the ground and leave it. And put the stuff back in the truck. I don't tie it down. I don't even tie that one down. I mean, once you get cots and everything in there, I mean, you can if you want, but I don't. It pretty much ain't going nowhere. Now, yesterday with the 65, 70 mile an hour winds, I don't know, I might have lost it. But I wouldn't want to have that tent in that type of windage. Now, this one, the Marmot, oh yeah, I should have took this one. This one, no problem. You got tiles on the side, I mean, this thing's an animal. I mean, you crank this thing down, I think it would stand any storm. Marmot lime wire. I mean, it's an amazing tent. And again, this one over here is because it's 2 pounds and it's super light and it's good for backpacking for me and my dog. But, and that, my camouflage one, my Diamondback, was how do you say that? This was a purchase of, wow, that cool camo. If they would have made this tarp a little bit longer, it would have been perfect. Because you really have to get that on there really super tight. So there's a collection of all my tents. Now, you should come out and set them up. Now here in Tennessee, we're already budding. I cut grass today. I mean, we're going to be high 80s tomorrow. I mean, we are in spring. That's all there is to it. So when your spring starts to set in and you got the green grass like I do another month from now, really think about setting up your tents, airing them out, you know, waterproofing, get them all prepped up for when you go camping this summer. The Marmot, I'm going to put it through some tests. In 2 days, we're supposed to rain for 4 days straight. So for the next 4 nights, I plan to sleep in this just where it is. And I plan to bring my dog out and my son, and we're all going to sleep inside this tent when it starts pouring rain for the next 4 days. And I want to see how it takes the rain and everything. I've never really had this thing out. I think I had it out once. I've had it on the shelf for years. I bought it, and when I found another tent that was less weight, which was that one, 2 pounds, where this one was 7 pounds, I went, well, shit, what are you going to carry, 2 pounds or 7? So it basically sat on the shelf. So now that my kid wants to come with me, well, now we need a tent that handles 2 men and a dog. And that won't do it. That's a 2-man tent, and that's it. 2.5 barely held us. The Marmot is a definite 3-man, and it will hold us for sure. We've already got our pads in there, our 2 pads easy. Dog will sleep at our feet, and the way this flies away from the tent, it just looks beautiful for keeping you dry. So here's a quick video. By the way, I have that Field and Stream video. I'll link it up. I believe I have this one in it, with me in it. I've even done a review on that one, which I don't think they sell anymore. But, and I've never done a review on this Marmot lime wire, and I think they're around $350. If you look around, they still make them. So, and they are made in China, but they are made really, really well. Even checking all the seams and everything. So there's a little video about my collection of tents now. I've collected these over a period of, I don't know, 20 years. And I take very good care of my stuff, so it lasts forever. But, you know, as you buy one here, buy one there, and take care of it, it's really, really nice when you have that selection. See, I took that one, the camouflage one yesterday, in the storm. And I thought for sure if that fly would have been on properly, I would have been okay. And if I would have waterproofed the bottom where that skirting is, it probably would have been a lot better. And it would have taken more of a beating. The reason it's 10 pounds is because the fly that's on this thing is unbelievably thick. It's crazy. But we're going to see. Marmot is bigger. And it's less weight. 7 pounds compared to 10 pounds. That's a 3 pounds difference. So we'll see how that goes. But here's a quick video. And boy, this wore me out setting up all these tents. But I needed to air them out. I'll catch you guys on the next one.